amazed we never suffer fools. Had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore. Every day I'm seeing more.
It's week 5 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Packers and the Chargers, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 23.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a win. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense. I love this quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Play action. Now Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're going to run this with a tight end. Room here to run. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On first down, Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Rodgers now on first down. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 2nd and 6. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Rodgers now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
First down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing on 2nd down. Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Fields. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
Aaron Jones, not one of the bigger backs in the league, 5'9", 208, but he's definitely what you'd call a downhill runner, and he's able to shed the tacklers there for good yardage.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Not too many teams will use a 1st-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the 1st round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a 1st, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
He's got the 1st down and more.
Touchdown, Packers!
Christian Watson.
His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive.
in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. The Chargers at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. And it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
On 1st down, Fields. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 10-0 to score after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Fields. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Rodgers, he finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. A second juke. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. 7th play in the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Possession switching back now to the Chargers. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the count. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And this one is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Catch made here by Campbell. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Packers now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers, he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And complete once again to Watson. Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Piniero's extra point up and good. And the rout is on here in this 1st half. Now after the touchdown, here's Piniero to kick it off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. The last series for a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards to pick up, first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. On first down, it's Fields. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fields. Campbell making the catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. So we've come to halftime here with a bit. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this 3rd quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to...
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Again, it's Jones. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Packers are pouring it on. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Fields. And he will not make
make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Off play action. Fields. Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in the game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. It's not looking good for them here.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Touchdown! Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now a hit and a loose football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. To throw is Fields. Escaping the pressure right.
He finds his man, complete. It's Campbell. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. And the Chargers first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third and a few inches. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Packers pick it up. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Fields. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Fields now to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. Man open, here is Jones. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Fields. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Kingsley Enagbari, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. John Simon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. They snap it to Fields. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And that one opened up for him.
It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game.